Okay, hey everybody, it's Mark Vogt with Vogtland Archery and Fishing Guides at Large in northeastern Illinois, here on a cold December 13, 2019 day. It's about 37 degrees. It's going to snow tomorrow, so I got to get this testing in. What am I testing? I'm testing an insert to a glove. Let me tell you what's going on. A lot of people like to shoot gloves, especially traditional archers, but one challenge that gloves have is a lack of consistency in the thickness and the stiffness of the individual pads. The manufacturers, even like my beloved Neat, I love these guys. Nobody makes a better glove. It's still a struggle to come up with consistency right underneath the pads of your fingers, and you feel it when you're pulling on that bow. In sharp contrast, the people that finally switch over to a tab that has sides that separate, and then you can put different layers, different thicknesses, different stiffnesses, even different materials inside there, reassemble it back into a sandwich. You can go and adjust those. You can tune those tabs until you get the consistency that you're looking for, and then you can buy replacement pieces. In the world of gloved archery, of archery gloves, no such tuning exists until today. I've developed a series of pads, different materials, different thicknesses, different stiffnesses that can be slipped inside the finger box of each of these gloves, so that no matter what kind of a glove you have, you ordered it online, you don't want to return it, or you bought it, you used it, you loved it, but it's starting to wear out, or it felt really good at 30 pounds, it felt okay at 40 pounds, but now you've graduated up to 50 pounds and you're feeling that string cut into your fingers. Now you have a chance to actually do something about it. And what I've done this time is actually put fairly thick ones in, because my goal today is that when I shoot in cold weather, my fingers start to hurt. Man, the blood swells up, and as the string rakes over those fingers, it's physically painful. And this is an attempt to actually try to alleviate that kind of a problem. We're going to use the Vogtland shooting method to shoot at that 20 meter, it's an 18 meter target. I think that's regulation for competition. So you're going to see me go through the motions of selecting my elevation by adjusting and using string walking. So for 20 yards, it's going to be a 3-finger gap. This is where I'm going to be anchoring. My elevation is going to look like this then. You'll notice that I'm anchoring right under my chin, so that I'm looking down the left side of the string and putting the tip of the arrow right on the target. Not above it, not below it, not anything. That's different. That's what makes the Vogtland shooting technique different than even what the competitive traditional bare bow archers do. They tend to carry the string off to the side here. They're always wanting to go down off to the side, and that gives you this parallax in your bow compared to the sighting mechanism. And my technique goes right over the top of the arrow the whole way, and it puts the tip of the arrow right on the target. Not above, not below, not left, not right. So we're going to try that technique out. We're really here to test this glove to see how it feels after shooting 6 shots in cold weather just before a snow at that 18 meter target. I haven't shot in days. I've been away in Ottawa, Canada instead of northeastern Illinois. So my first couple shots are not going to be perfect, but I should warm up fast. You're going to get to watch the technique. I'm going to pick my gap, 3 fingers, anchor under my chin, look down the left side of the string, put the tip of the arrow right smack on that target, try to do as smooth a release as possible. Here goes. It's a little low, so I make an adjustment, make my gap slightly smaller. Somebody might have moved that target just a little bit. Instead of 3 fingers, I'm going to go up to 2 3/4. That's looking really good. Now let's stay at 2 3/4 for a gap. And using that level of string walking, I got 3, I go to 2 1/2, I split the difference between 2 1/2, I get 2 3/4. That's easy to do on the fly. A little high, I'm just talking and shooting. Let me be quiet for the rest of these rounds, but at least you'll be able to see them go in. Pretty good shot there. Hopefully you guys are getting this on camera. I got 7 arrows. Let's see what I can do. 3, 2 1/2, 2 3/4. Looking pretty darn good. We're going to take the camera out and walk over there. But this is all I got time for today, so I'm just going to shoot the 1 round. My head's coming off there. 3, 2.5, 2 3/4. It's looking really good. You'll like this Vogtland shooting technique because it's going to make you confident even if you've never touched somebody's bow and arrow before. There. Let's go take a peek and see what we did. While that's happening, while I'm grabbing the camera, let's talk about what the fingers feel like. Actually, surprisingly good. Not only did the thicker pads underneath, those inserts, provide a distribution of that extra heavy 55, 60 pound weight that I carry on my Martin Saber bow, but the paddings, the thicker leather, actually acts a little bit like an insulator. So this hand is actually feeling really cold right now, but this one, I'm actually surprised how good that feels. I could be here for another 20-30 minutes, except I got places to go. So let's carefully walk over and see how we did at 18 meters. You'll see the one little stray shot. That was the first one. We call it the calibration shot. But otherwise, that's a pretty darn good grouping, all things considered. There's 20 meters, not yards, 20 meters. So this is 18 meters, call it 20 yards shooting. Hope you guys found that useful, this insert plus the Vogtland shooting technique. Please subscribe to my channel. Continue to learn about this technique and the slight variation of anchoring under the chin and using the absolute center of the tip of your arrow, not shooting at some imaginary gap, but putting it right on the center of what you're shooting at, is the Vogtland shooting technique. I've got a bunch of other videos. This is Mark Vogt signing off. Merry Christmas, everybody.